Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today we're here with a special 3-in-1 EXO solo reaction. We're going to be checking out all the recent music videos that were released by individual EXO members. The first one being Hurdle by Suho, which was the B-side that got a music video from his most recent second mini album Grey Suit. Then we're going to be checking out the newest track and music video by Lay, which is a big veil. We'll see how it's pronounced. And then last but not least, just released today, the first mini album of Xiumin with its same titled music video, Brand New. Okay, that's the three we're going to be checking out today, or recent music video release. Like mentioned, there are so many more solo music video releases from so many members across the past years. It's something we can do in the future. For now, today we're focusing on all the ones that were released within 2022, like Hurdle that we've not checked out yet, or the newer ones like Veil and Brand New. First, like mentioned, is Suho's Hurdle. We had checked out the Grey Suit music video months ago when it was originally released. I've since then had several times again said that I would want to check out his mini album that came with it. The big issue with that was though that just like the album, it featured 5 B-sides. I think the album actually had a few more, and that was it's just too much for SM because they will then just copyright block it. You know, 4 is the maximum. What do I want to do? Do I want to split it into parts, which is always a bit weird, or what do you want to do with it, right? And just kept pushing it back to the end and just never really came to it. But now that we're going to be checking out the B-side music video of it, that means we would then only have 4 more songs left, which therefore means that we will then be able to check out the remaining album in peace without any copyright trouble. So that is something you can look forward to for the rest of the week. Okay, we're definitely going to be checking out Suho's Grey Suit mini album throughout this week. Okay. For now though, to kick off this mashup video reaction, we're going to be checking out the B-side music video, which is Hurdle. Grey Suit was a really nice ballad title track. So let's see what he got in store for us with this one. Suho's Hurdle music video. Let's go. Dig at that style on it. Looking fresh in the purple suit. What will be the style of the rest of the mini album? Very high general vocal color. Digging the guitar though, bit funkier and playful. Ooh, like that flow though, this na 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 na. Ooh, bit of a rock flavor, nice. Oh, actually, bit old school too, with the synth there. Bit disco rock, I think what you can call it, right? Yeah, I think is that how you can call this genre? Disco rock, disco pop rock, but still rather calm though, not really explosive. The tempo to it. Digging the background vocal lines there, the few ad-libs that we have. That flows really nice. As she goes, oh no. Ooh. This is such a nice chorus. The drop isn't really, you know, like the build up to it isn't really massive. When the drop then does roll around, it's such a, you know, nice groove. Ooh, nice vocal too though. Ooh, now the rock is coming a bit more forward though. Ooh, that pause was cool, but it's such a great song vocally too. It's cool, music video static, a bit crazy but enjoyable. Dancing in the background. The small guitar though, such a fun music video. Much simpler in the way it's shot, but it has such a nice personality to it. with then even a nice outro bit. A bit short actually. The outro part. I think the outro could have actually been, you know, twice as long, but alright. Ah, that was such a smart logo. I remember the Suho with the 2.0. Hey, that was really fun and entertaining, okay? Like mentioned, Grey Suit was definitely a bit more sentimental, a bit more emotional. So this is definitely a switch up in the general vibe and concept that we went for. What I, like mentioned, really enjoyed about this is how it really felt a bit like a mix out of both old school disco, you know, and a bit of old school pop rock, okay? I think that's really how we can call it. Disco pop rock. I think that's really the best way to, you know, to genre-rise this release. And I honestly think it really suits him. Like mentioned, he has a bit more of a general very bright tone, you know, and like not as much raspiness to, you know, some of the other members. But I think this song really does a great job at showing off that side of his voice, you know, especially when we then go for the more longer and stronger you know, delivered vocals there in the middle section, you know, when the second chorus came around. Generally, like mentioned, the chorus is really fun too. It's not an explosive sound picture, you know. There's never a point where the instrumental really goes off or like, you know, really, you know, has a big moment like that, even though, like mentioned, the more increased powerful rock section in the bridge was really cool. But the way, like mentioned, the chorus just comes around just feels really good. It just really works. And generally, the way the pre-chorus set is really nice. Just a melody in there too. There's just a lot of little things in this song that really work for me. You got she goes up, she goes, oh no. Was it that? Generally a fun tempo. She goes, oh no. Yeah, she goes, oh no. You know, it's such a fun, immediately memorable little bit of melody right there. And I think that's generally what makes the song for me. Just many little moments that are like big and explosive on their own, but just put together make for such a nice cohesive listen. I think that's the best thing about the song here. It's a very nice cohesive listen from start to finish. Has a short but on point length with 3 minutes overall, and just is really enjoyable for what it is, okay? Has good tempo to it. It's not too fast, not too slow, it's not too loud, not too quiet. It is really pending in a good medium between those two things. And like mentioned, his more calmer, brighter tone just really works in that type of constellation, you know? Because I feel like if the sound picture itself is a bit too loud, you know, then I feel like his voice just would get a bit overshadowed by it. And I think if the sound is too low or too quiet, or the instrumental would be too simple, then I feel like his voice may get a bit lost in it in some way as well. You know, I feel like they really did a great job at capturing and capitalizing on his vocal color, and I think Hurdle really does a great job at showing that. Okay, it's such a fun sound. The tempo is on point. It's a mover, you know. Such a, you know, like we saw the one girl dancing in the background, just kind of has that vibe to it. The lyrics were also fun and entertaining. The music video, like mentioned, way simpler, obviously, in the production sense, you know, with you know, just more longer shots instead of, you know, the fast high pitch cutting that we saw in other music videos. But such an enjoyable song overall. Okay, lots of personality to it, lots of style, just lots of, you know, identity behind it as well. I think Suho's Hurdle, it's a really damn fun song, and like mentioned, given the fact that it's a B-side, it's even cooler to see that it got its music video, which I think, like mentioned, really evaluates the experience of the song too. Okay, I think watching the song with the, or like listening to the song with the music video will definitely make things even more enjoyable. Alright, Suho's Hurdle. That was really nice, that was really cool. Like mentioned, we can now go ahead and check out the rest of the album, which has now 4 movie sets for us to go through. We can be doing that throughout the week. Probably at the end of the week we will see, because probably today we will be focusing on the new release. But right now, we're going to be checking out Lei Zhang, or Lei Zhang. Sorry for that. Like, there's too many K-pop names, too many names. And his new music video, Veil. I think that's how you pronounce it. Veil. We will see. This is the first solo music video we'll be checking out of Lei. Okay, Lei generally a very interesting member when it comes to, you know, his history with the group. You know, given the fact that he's now been in China for, I think, like 5 or 4 years or something. I really remember, you know, my first EXO song and music video I checked out was Don't Fight the Feeling. There, obviously, Lei had this big comeback moment. But obviously, I couldn't know that, right? I just watching the music video when his part came on, I was like, oh, cool part of the song, you know? When I then actually went ahead and checked the, like, reaction mashups to that moment, I was like, wow, those people are, you know, they're in tears, they're celebrating, holy moly, what's going on? And when you then really understand the story behind all of it, it kind of really evaluated the song and moment for me a lot, you know? So yeah, it's really, yeah, it's cool to finally now check out a late Zolo release. I think he actually has quite a huge discography. Doesn't he have already like 4 albums or something out, like 4 Chinese albums or something? God damn, that's insane. Generally, obviously, Chinese copyright is always a bit more difficult than Korean one, okay? So it will be troublesome to see if B-sides will be able to be checked out, you know, like albums or something. But I think the music videos should not be a problem. So let's stop the talking. Let's get into it. Lay ZHANG's video. Very traditional Chinese aesthetic. Anthem's already entertaining. Ooh. And we got subtitles within the actual MV. Wow. Why isn't this normal? Oh, is it a full English song though? Oh, never mind, with a bit of Chinese too. No translation for that, that's unfortunate, but nice build up. Ooh, okay, we go for the dance chorus. What's the dance position in EXO anyways? I'm not sure. Ooh. Be it too real to be fake. That's a cool line. Okay, simple but effective chorus. You know, first the instrumental section for the first half. Ooh, that's such a fresh look though. Ooh, that pink looks good on him. Baby, go ahead and take your mask off. Want you on my team like a mascot. Entertaining lines in here. Baby, go ahead and take your mask off. Is you riding? Was you hiding? Ooh, like man, I really love this. You know, this Chinese downtown-like aesthetic here. Really makes for a cool visual. Alright. It has the instrumental has a good catchiness factor to it. But I definitely enjoy the second part a bit more, where you don't actually have the lyrics on top of it. Ooh. The beat actually does have something very, in some way hype, but also just very chill to it, you know? Ooh. Ooh, I like the setting a lot. Ooh, that's such a cool way to do a dance break. Mask off. Oh, that was the bridge now, actually. Like, fully, okay. The song doesn't have a lot of lyrics, actually. It's definitely more of an instrumental song. Wait, has he even said the word once though? Veal? Or veil? Like, I was waiting for it so I can tell, you know, how to pronounce it properly. But I don't think he actually said it once. Mask off. Okay. This is definitely a very different feeling to it. I feel like this definitely is a good showcase of, like mentioned, this was definitely, I think, both shot and produced in China, okay? And I think this definitely shows me a good sense of differences in the typical production, you know, like the typical production between K-pop, and in this case, I think, would you consider this C-pop? Yeah, would you consider this now you would probably consider it Chinese pop, right? I think the song is definitely very, very much different in the production, in the way it was constructed. Like, it's mentioned, I think the majority of the song is, like mentioned, fully instrumental, okay? Like, the first part of the chorus is fully instrumental. We have a very long instrumental bridge right there, you know? The song doesn't have a lot of lyrics in it, but the a few looks that we do have, in my opinion, are cool delivered. Okay, I think Lei has a very nice neutral tone to himself. You know, it's not really bright, nor is it really too deep or anything like that. I think he just has a very good general vocal color, and I think it really works with the instrumental we were going for, which, like I mentioned, has a bit of an traditional flavor to it, but also just something very chill and relaxing to it. Okay, I think I really like the entire combination we've done here. Okay, combination of sound and general aesthetics. Okay, I think it makes for a very cool stylization all the way through. Like mentioned, I'm not always the biggest fan of instrumental choruses, just because I really enjoy singing a lot and, you know, just long melodies and whatnot. But the bits that we then do had for the second chorus are, like mentioned, really, really cool. But I think especially the intro in the first verse into the first chorus is really, really entertaining. I really, really enjoy what we did here. You know, this instrumental opening. That's such a good flow here. And again, a lot of dancing in this. I, like mentioned, think he had a dancing position with an EXO, and generally the entire song is very, very, you know, it's very, very onto the dancing. Okay, it's definitely a dance song. It's definitely a song that will be much, much more enjoyable, I think, with a performance. Okay, when this song will be performed live, I think it will. The enjoyment of the song would just be bigger when you watch him perform it live, or a live stage of it, than I think just the, you know, again, it feels a bit like a not like an intro to an album, but given, like mentioned, the fact that we have a lot of instrumental in there, it definitely just feels very different compared to your usual song. Okay, because, like, obviously it's not unusual to have songs with a big focus on the instrumental, but I think it's, like, here especially the case. Okay, this is definitely a dance song. Okay, the main theme and the main goal of the song is that it's supposed to be danced to. That's where the focus of the music video is also so big onto the choreo, outside of the very stunning cinematography that we were going for. Yeah, like mentioned, this traditional Chinese look, or here at the end with the forest, and just generally the way the music video is really good. Okay, the music video is really, really good. I really, really enjoyed that, and I think it really works well with the song. But I think the song is definitely a performance song. Okay, I think it's enjoyable for what it is, as just a pure audio listen as well. But given the fact that there's just so much instrumental in there, I'm just generally a bit more of a fan of more, you know, with lots of lyrics and lots of flow variation and whatnot. I think this is definitely a song that I would enjoy more when I see him perform it, because then I obviously can focus much more on his dancing skills. You know, just generally the visual of the entire stage together, okay? I'm not sure if this will be generally a theme for his releases, okay, that it will be more dance orientated and a more heavier focus laid within the instrumental, you know, and keep the lyrics a bit down that way. But I think it's really enjoyable for what it is, okay? It's definitely nothing, you know, too crazy or something, right? But I think it's a very, very solid song, okay? It's a solid song. It's a fun and enjoyable one. Like mentioned, instrumental. I'm not sure. I did see that he definitely wrote on all the songs from the album, or just generally writes on all of his songs. But I'm not sure if he's also producing on them. Whoever produced that, though, it's a very, very clean beat, a very clean and fun and intriguing instrumental. So I think as a full product, it really works. Okay, for those that really are out for songs that don't have too many lyrics and have a bit more of a focus onto the instrumental, boom, you have a really, really great instrumental here to listen to, alongside, like mentioned, some good delivered lines. And outside of that, like mentioned, it's a great song to be performed and a great stage to be watched. Okay? ZHANG's Veal. Again, he didn't say the word once, so I can't really tell now if Veal is correct or if it's Vial, or, you know. Never mind, I think it's Veal. Vial would be with I, L, and the E at the end. Yeah, I think it's Veal. ZHANG's Veal. Okay, this was my first solo impression on Lei. I think I saw now what his goal is, or what he wants to do with his releases, and I think, or like with this release at least, and I think it works well. Okay, I think it definitely suits him. I think it definitely fits him. Music video, like mentioned, also really, really fun. Especially the pink look was really enjoyable too. This was cool. Okay, this was cool. This was enjoyable. And definitely intrigues me for more, you know, to see if his previous releases were in a similar direction, or if they are something entirely different, okay? That's something we can do for the future. For now, we're going to be focusing on the newly released, brand new Xiumin, who makes his solo, like his full solo debut today. Okay, this is his first mini album. I do think he released a few solo songs here and there, or singles, like I mentioned. I think he actually even has a song with Mark, not just on the album, but released like several years ago, you know. So it's not like his first own song that he releases, but it's like his big first album and solo release in that sense. So let's stop the talking and let's get into it. Xiumin, which I hope is the right way to pronounce it. Xiumin. Sorry. Brand new. The teaser photos were looking really, really fun. No, stop, SM! Oh! Oh. Obviously interesting to see what his solo style would be, you know? Ooh. Ooh, what a... It's such a deep, gritty bass. Well, his voice is much more, you know... Ooh. What, did they send that thing to Kwangya? I saw that. Ooh, but he has such a nice, relaxing vocal color. But still, do you hear that bass buzzing? Such a buzzing sound. Ooh, now we're picking out that more bright part of the instrumental for the pre-chorus here, and they'll probably throw it back in for the chorus. Ooh, this is interesting though. Now he this you know, generated voice. Or is that him actually? We just edited it. But this is really different. I don't think I would have expected that from him. Ooh. But I do really enjoy the delivery throughout this. The instrumental has some very soft, relaxing tones, but like mentioned, all in combination with this buzzing bass. It's really interesting. And the way it harmonizes with his voice. That's a good melody though. Brand new. Catchy though. Music video is also actually interesting. I can't even really tell what's happening. He drove a delivery to the diner and now partying there. Ooh. Oh, this vocal section is really nice. Ooh. The vocal sections here in the bridge were really enjoyable. I think it was a really great way to show off his voice. I do gotta say, I'm not sure what to think of this voice part. Is that him? Edit it? Not sure. Alright though. Oh, that's an interesting one. That's a really interesting one because this one feels so different. Like I was just talking in the Lay song about how his song felt so different in the way it was produced. And now we have this song where I'm also feeling like, wow, this doesn't feel like a usual SM song actually. Like the thing we did here, or the thing we were trying to explore, is like mentioned, combine his vocal tone, which like mentioned feels also a bit more neutral and very comfortable, and combine it with two very polar opposites from one another, okay? A very deep buzzing bass and actually more chill, bright, relaxing tone, you know, and combine it all together. I think that actually matches pretty well. You know? It's a very lo-fi EDM with some nice claps, but this buzzing bass makes it such a, you know, it's so standout, you know, it's like, it's actually quite deep, like it's not loud, but it's still so prominent, which makes for such a, you know, it puts such a, shadow over the rest of the instrumental, and therefore becomes the focus, you know? Like, you have it there in the back, there's the softer parts, but the bass is so up front, and that then in combination with his voice, which is just generally a bit more, you know, his delivery is not really powerful throughout, it's also a bit more chill and a bit more lean back outside of the ending section. It's a really interesting combination, okay? I feel like the way we produce a song with the instrumental and the delivery, mix it together, is really unusual, but in a good way. You know, I don't think it feels off or, you know, just not good. I think it's just really different. But I think that's really what makes this interesting, you know? It doesn't really feel like your typical release. It really feels like they tried something out here. They really wanted to approach this in a different way. They saw his voice and were like, you know what? We don't want to just have you release, you know? Like, actually, the teaser photos looked like it would be a summer song or something, you know, just a typical summer song. But this is really different. It's hard to categorize. I can't immediately, you know, think of a song and be like, oh yeah, that's very similar to this one, okay? I think brand new really has that. The title basically really fits it. Really feels new. Really feels like a new thing they tried out here. Like I can't think of one song from those I've listened to at least now, or just only K-pop song that really feels similar in the way we produced it and delivered it. Okay. It feels a bit like a performance song. You know, yet actually grittier synth in the bass too. And brand new. That's really good though. Again though, I'm not sure about this part honestly. I'm just generally not the biggest fan of like distortion or like really heavy edited voices. And again, I can't tell if that's him or just, you know, a background voice. But given the fact that he isn't singing it along here, or is he? He's not. So I'd say it's not him. I think that's not his actual voice edited, but just a generally edited voice. I'm just never a big fan of those. Okay, that's just a preference thing. I feel like it feels a bit, I don't know. It's like mentioned, it adds to the you know, to the tryout factor a lot. I think the voice really like the edited voice definitely further solidifies this as a tryout song. You know, we really tried something. You know, we didn't just want to copy paste a very typical formula, but really wanted to make something brand new, which I definitely can appreciate in the creative sense here. But it's just like not really my favorite stylization. Like I'm not a fan of these type of voices, you know. But again, his sections are really cool though. What means his sections, you know, his general delivery is like mentioned really nice. I think there's a really nice vocal color to listen to. Okay. Like mentioned, we have 4 B-sides. I feel like there will be probably songs on there that may be more my style, okay? Because like mentioned, I think his voice in general is really nice. Brand new. That's real nice though. That's actually really nice. Now here the bridge. It just keeps going with the tempo, which is also way more calm and normal, you know. But now, this section here. That section is great. Where it really puts a bit more emphasis onto the voice, you know. And it's not in this normal type of delivery, but really, you know, goes a bit out. Really nice. But it then, like mentioned, leads to this type of dance break chorus, which I'm like mentioned, nah. The general sound is cool, but the voice just isn't doing it for me. I'm a bit split on this, okay? It's like mentioned, definitely something I can really appreciate on a creative standpoint. You know, they definitely went for something brand new. They definitely went for something that I can't really, you know, pinpoint out and say, hey, this is, you know, this reminds me of that and that. You know, it really feels like a different approach onto a song. And I really enjoyed his sections a lot. I think he generally sounded really great throughout this, and especially the bridge section there is really good. But it overall is, like mentioned, such a different sound picture itself. And like mentioned, this weird pitch type of vocal there, that it just isn't really my thing. It just sounds a bit weird. And I think we do it 3 times overall, okay? It would have been much better without it, okay? I'm just not a big fan of it. Maybe there will be people that absolutely love, you know, the edited voice in there, you know, which is totally fine. But just really doesn't work for me. So, like mentioned, given that I'm really enjoying his vocal color, I'm definitely looking forward to the B-sides a lot, because I feel like there will be something in there that I may enjoy more, you know, like a general sound concept that just is more my thing, and then in combination with his voice will make a really enjoyable listening experience. I'm really looking forward to that. For now, I can like just still appreciate the title track for what it is. They tried something out, and I think it still works this way, but it's just not my favorite style, okay? It's just not my favorite sound direction, and it's totally okay, you know? That's totally fine. You know, not every song can be 10 out of 10 for me, or like a personal or huge enjoyment or preference or whatnot. I think this is still a good solo debut, or like good first title track, basically. And I think they did a good job, nonetheless. Okay? Brand new, not 100% my thing, but still very enjoyable and a respectable, creative song. And this wraps up our today's 3-in-1 EXO solo reaction mashup. If you enjoyed the video, go leave a like down below to show that you did. What are your thoughts on the songs we've checked out today? Which one is your favorite? Tell me your thoughts about it down below in the comments as well. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then gladly leave a sub as well, or support my Patreon. It would help me a lot. We'll be, like mentioned, checking out the brand new album, maybe even today, given how fast the lyric videos would be, and definitely the Grace to the album now finally throughout this week as well. You know, you can definitely look forward to these two. Like mentioned, Lay also came back with an album with the title track, but Chinese companies are always a bit more difficult when it comes to copyright. I remember seeing that in the past already for some other reactors, so I will maybe take a step back there and maybe just focus on the solo releases a bit down the road. For now, though, like mentioned, look forward to these other two mini album reactions and a lot of other great reactions on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you again soon with more EXO and other K-pop reactions. Thank you guys so much for watching.